So I've just arrived at Heathrow Airport and I'm making my way to the Korean Executive Lounge. I'm heading to South Korea, to Seoul, for the Key Ideas Festival and I'm really excited. So I think I've got to go and check my bag in. Definitely got my passport and we are flying prestige class. I am heading upstairs. I'm heading upstairs to the Sky Lounge to meet the rest of the crew. I've been sitting in the wrong place for about 20 minutes. So, here we go. So I'm going to do a little video. Luke, this is Luke. Hello. Hi. Hello.
May I ask your boarding pass? Thank you.
Thank you.
May I ask
Thank you very much, Cheers. So this is prestige class, which I think is like business class. And we've got a little chair that flips down and becomes a bed. And a little TV. Bet you would love this, Pauline. Thought it was toothpaste or paint, but no, it's hot pepper paste. So apparently with this, we have the rice, hot sauce and sesame, and we can mix it with deeply and mushrooms. And I had 3 drinks. Really bad at using chopsticks. It's quite embarrassing. But some soup. It's pretty tasty. So, I've reclined my bed fully and I'm gonna try and get one of their sleep. I have a feeling that the jet lag's going to be pretty rough. So, let's see what we can do. Landed in Incheon, in Seoul. Feel quite refreshed, had a little kip on the flight, and now we're going to go and collect our bags. So we finally arrived at the Westin Chosun Hotel in Seoul. For some reason the microphone wasn't working on my iPhone headphones, but this is my pretty room. Great view over the city, very well located. And the best thing about the room was the fancy Japanese toilet. I would say 8 out of 10 of the toilets that I enjoyed using in Korea, were these fancy ones. So to help us get over our jet lag, we had a walking tour of Seoul at night, which was pretty spectacular. Saw some great temple sites, the Jogyesa Temple. It's beautiful lights. Made some great photos, and yeah, look how pretty these lanterns are. Woo-hoo! So we had a tour around here, and then carried on walking through some of the tiny side streets and seeing some of the traditional Korean architecture. So we're at the Jogyesa Temple and it is so pretty. And then tonight we're going for Korean chicken and beers so we can get over our jet lag. Yeah, it's pretty special. Next up on our nighttime walking tour of Seoul was a trip to Insa-Dong, so you can see there's lots of traditional Korean handicrafts, ceramics, tea houses and sweet cellars.
It's like IKEA, you start walking up a ramp
Yeah.
and you go all the way to the top.
So there's loads of tiny alleyways here which you can get lost in, and you might happen upon some sort of traditional goodies or honey and cinnamon filled donuts like we did.
Thank you very much. We're trying a traditional Korean donut. It's really hot.
One of the things I've been told to try in South Korea was the Korean beauty, so that was a must for when I had some free time to do shopping. But in the meantime, next up for us was Korean chicken. It's quite famous. We ended up ordering about 7 different varieties, and they were so spicy.
Yeah, so it's kind of like,
hot chicken is super spicy chicken.
who's brave enough?
Sausage chicken, and this one is Malahat, the super spicy one. Yes, spicy one. Thank you very much. And that one is honey garlics and the soy garlics. And that one is the Paris chicken. I told you that is a.
So the chicken was delicious. We were all feeling a bit sleepy, so we decided to carry on walking back towards the hotel, and we stopped and saw some great sights along this stream, which used to be a highway. And then arrived back at our Westin Chosun Hotel, ready for a good night's sleep for the next day.